to another episode of Pokemon News. I'm your host, CHRISPYTCG. Let's break down what's coming up in the Pokemon trading card game world this week. This week, we're going to be talking about a couple different bundles that are coming up, both online and in person, that you guys might be able to find at your local Costco. We're also going to be taking a look at Black Bolt and White Flare release coming up in Japan, some of the spoilers, and then also the tariffs that have been hitting Japan and some international products have actually potentially made it better for you at home to pick up some Japanese product for a better price. And also, we're going to be looking at upcoming releases here for Destined Rivals products, as well as some things that got pushed back. All right, so first up, we have the Team Rocket Mewtwo EX box. Now, this initially was supposed to come out next week with the Cynthia's Garchomp boxes and the Build and Battle kits, but it's been pushed back now to the week of June 26th. Coming out next week, we do have the Cynthia's Garchomp EX Premium Collection boxes, similar to the Iono box that we got with the vinyl punch-outs and that kind of backdrop stand with some assorted booster packs. So it's not all Destined Rivals, but it does look like it is a pretty good mix right here, according to what they have in the image, and an alternate art version of the full art Cynthia's Garchomp. Side by side with that Cynthia's Garchomp box, we're also going to be getting the Build and Battle kits. Now, a lot of you did get to play in pre-releases, so you've opened these already, but local game stores all get these in if they don't do pre-release, usually 2 weeks after the release. And these include 4 booster packs as well as a pre-seeded deck with a stamped promo. All right, let's go over some of these bundles right now. These are pretty massive. The first one is going to be an online only as of right now. Online only. We do have $121.99, so $122, guys, is going to get you this giant bundle of Prismatic Evolutions at Costco. It's going to get you 2 Elite Trainer boxes and 2 booster bundles. That is insane. So already you're getting basically $150, $160 value for $122, and that's at MSRP. If you're going by market price, that is an insane discount on the current market of things. And what I like that they are doing here, they are limiting one transaction with maximum of 1 unit per membership per 24 hours. These will most likely sell out within the 24-hour period, so I don't think anybody's going to be able to double dip days. So that is a really good thing here. But it also prevents people from going to the store and going, oh yeah, they're with me. Oh yeah, they're with me. Instead of it being a 1 per person item, it's 1 per account per day, which is very important. And I do think it's going to put this product into a lot of hands of people that have been suffering and really struggling to try to find this product. So I think this hopefully goes off without a hitch and gets a lot of people Prismatic Evolutions product that have been hunting it for quite some time. And now in store, this is very interesting, and obviously the photo here is a little ironic. So we saw a post on Reddit. This is on PokeBeach, but this post was on Reddit. Someone took a picture and it says limit 1 per person, but there are 4 here. So it's very confusing as to what these limits are going to be in store, if it's 1 per account per day, if this person just bought some from somebody else in line. I'm really hoping that at most of the stores, they do 1 per account per day. This way, somebody can't bring their whole family with them and just buy up a ton of them and then just like jam them in their car like what they're doing here. So hopefully that happens again. So if you guys are near a local Costco, make sure that you guys go check it out, see if they have any of this product. You can probably ask somebody if they know when it's coming in or if they think they know when it's going to come in, because I'm sure they're probably going to be very prepared after the kind of shit show, for lack of a better word, that we've seen with some of the other drops at Costco over the last few months. So I do think that they're going to be a little bit more prepared this time. So you could probably ask a manager or someone in customer service at the front end. And the SKU is seen right here. So you can actually check the SKU and just ask them if they've already sold it or if they think it's going to be coming in anytime soon. All right, so now moving on to Black Bolt and White Flare Japanese release, guys. This is right here. We're right here for the Japanese release of Black Bolt and White Flare. And if you notice, pre-order prices, look at how inexpensive they are compared to the last few sets for Japanese releases. If you guys remember, Team Rocket Returns, or Glory of Team Rocket, was over $200 initially for pre-order pricing. Black Bolt and White Flare at $85 for these booster boxes. Now, keep in mind, these booster boxes are the 20-pack booster boxes, not the 30-pack booster boxes. But if it's anything like 151, the pull rates in these, you're going to be guaranteed 1 Master Ball. You're also going to be guaranteed 3 illustration rares. Now, this set is a little bit different because of how many illustration rares and how many SIRs there are. So I think that that may change. I do think that those guarantees for those boxes are going to be much higher than they were for 151. Don't quote me on that, but I think it would just be the smart thing for them to do if they are pumping that much product. You also have the enhanced expansion pack, or the deluxe packs. Now, this is going to have multiple of the giant packs inside of them, which a giant pack is going to be the equivalent of 5 booster packs, and then it is also going to be guaranteed at least 1 illustration rare. So if that is the case, I am going to assume that 1 out of every 5 booster packs is roughly what we were going to see from the regular booster boxes, which would actually up the illustration rares to 4 per box on this, but we won't know until we watch some streams and things like that. Now, I personally have not watched any of the Japanese streaming yet to see what the pull rates are on the boxes, but we have some more information on that when we get to the spoilers, because there's some really cool things that we saw for some pictures on Reddit as well. But we got the enhanced booster box or the deluxe booster boxes, and then the regular 20 pack. So we don't know what the guarantees of the pull rates are going to be like this. They have added some new rarities, but overall, I do like the fact that I think the tariffs that have been imposed, people were thinking it was going to rise the price up on a lot of this product, but I actually think it did the opposite. Because now, most of these people that are purchasing, they can only order about 800 at a time without getting hit with a big fee for the tariffs to chew into their margins. So what these people are doing, a lot of times they're ordering $800 worth, and that's all that it can get per account per day on that address, right? So how does a Japanese distributor or a Japanese seller sell more every single day? That means you need more accounts. Well, how do you attract more accounts? You drop the price down. They're still making a lot of money on this because MSRP on these is somewhere between $30 and $40 in Japan USD. So I do think that they're still making plenty of money, but now because they have to reach out to more and more and more accounts, they are having to sell this at a less expensive price to try to pump out a lot of it. But that's also probably coupled with Pokemon Company International in Japan going, hey, we're going to make the printers go burr. We're really going to print this a lot, because you look, there's a lot of sets too. Even Terrestrial Festival dropped down to 66 on Sneaker Dunk. Now, after fees and shipping and all that stuff, obviously, this is not the price you're paying if you just buy a single box. For this, you're probably looking at like $115 after taxes and fees and shipping and all that jazz. You know what I'm saying? But if you're buying $800 worth at a time, it doesn't cut into your dollar cost average as much. So I do think that with the new kind of tariff laws, new shipping laws, or whatever that is out there, plus Pokemon printing more, I think it has helped get this price down. And this is refreshing to see $80 for a pre-order instead of $200 like the last regular series set. And this is a specialty set. All right, so now the part you guys all want to see. Let's go ahead and get into some of the spoilers from Black and White. This is insane. From Black Bolt and White Flare, guys. One cool thing, though, that we have noticed, we've seen a lot of different cards already. We also know there is a new rarity type they are adding. There is going to be BWR. So you're going to have the BWR rarity, which is a step above SIR and the gold rares, or the hyper rares in the set. You got a Reshiram, you do have the Zekrom, then you also have the Victini. Now, the Victini in Japan, I think, is going to be an event promo, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, we did see the N SAR come up yesterday. Beautiful artwork on this card. And according to the translations, people are saying that this card is also going to be very, very good mechanically in the game. But so many cute and adorable illustration rares and full arts that we have seen in the set. We got the Zoroark. At first glance, I did think that this was an SIR or SAR, but this is just an illustration rare. If you guys look at the top, if it's not an EX, it's always going to be an illustration rare. If it is an EX, it is going to be an SIR or SAR. It's going to be a special. Now, they have probably done pretty much an SIR and SAR for every single EX in this set, because they are doing a special or an illustration rare for every single Pokemon in the set. So that is going to be assumed that every single EX is also going to be getting some kind of SIR if it didn't have 2 different versions. So Buffalont might have had a regular EX and a regular rare in the set, so they might just do an illustration rare of the regular rare and not the other one. But what's really cool, we're getting multiple versions of rarities in Reshiram and Zekrom. Yes, we're getting the BWR rarity, but we're also getting SAR rarity for Reshiram and Zekrom. And just look at how majestic this thing looks. I'm super excited for this set. There's a lot of amazing Pokemon in here. You got the Kyurem EX SAR as well. And in person, these cards are going to look fantastic. A lot of these are just still shots from streams from people moving around, so they're definitely not high def. And I'm sure the colors are going to look absolutely fantastic. But all 156 Pokemon are getting those rarities, illustration rare or SIR, SAR, depending on if you're English or Japanese. And just so many artworks. I'm really hoping the pull rates for English are better than what we've been seeing like normal, because typically it's 1 out of every 12 packs to get an illustration rare. I'm really hoping they make it like 1 out of every 3, because there are just so many. And we have dual sets. We have Black Bolt and White Flare. It's our first time ever getting a dual set in English. If you open Black Bolt, there's only specific Pokemon you can get in that. If you open White Flare, there's only going to be specific Pokemon you can get in that. But my chase card for the set is probably going to be this right here. This Zekrom Special art rare. This thing looks intense. The electric, the blue storm in the back just is going to look so good when the light hits it when you see this card in person. The Genesect special illustration rare looks absolutely phenomenal as well. Just so many amazing artworks in the set. You got a lot of the derpy and cute Pokemon too. And I'm sure that they brought on pretty much all the artists that they've had in the past for this set, just because of how many different artworks there are. Oh my god, they look so good, and the Litwick looks so stinking cute. I'm surprised we didn't get this spoiled whenever they spoiled the Chandelure. But now we finally got the majority of all the cards. Now, obviously, we are going to have some special illustration rare trainers. We're going to have some other gold cards potentially in the set that we haven't seen either. And we have the Hydreigon EX. Very similar to the backdrop here from the Zekrom EX, and these look amazing. So another SAR, this one for the Hydreigon. That one looks insane. So many beautiful artworks. Look at this little, oh my god, these are so adorable. Let me know what your favorite spoiler is so far that we've seen. This is a pretty big list. You guys can go check it out on PokeBeach. Obviously, we don't have the high def stills yet. We've got the Haxorus illustration. Ooh, that's a regular illustration, not an SIR. So really nice. But we do have some good photos of some. But some of the others we do not. We do have SAR trainers, so this is an SAR, not just a regular SR. So they are going to be putting those in the set as well. And then we find this is another beautiful, beautiful one. Also, guys and girls, they did confirm God packs in the set. As you can see here, there's one with some SIR action and illustration rare. This one does only show some illustration rares. Now, I do not know if that's going to be the same for the deluxe packs and the regular packs. We're going to have to see a lot of data before we know on that. And then you obviously have your Master Ball reverses going back to the Pokeball style that they did for Pokemon 151 again, with that matte pattern like this. So I'm curious to see if we get this one in English or if they're going to switch it to the big Pokeball and Master Ball like what we had with Prismatic Evolution. So a lot of things still up in the air for the English set, but we have seen a lot now for the Japanese set. And you do also have all of the other variants too. So you're going to have Reverse Hollow, you're going to have Pokeball Hollow, you're going to have Master Ball Hollow, and then you're going to have the Horizontal Hollow. So that's going to be coming out this week and next week in Japan, and then also in July for us here with Black Bolt and White Flare. Let me know what you guys are most excited about. Hopefully got some good information today, and good luck out there hunting, everybody. I'll see you on the next video or the next live. Until then, have a nice day.